Welcome, guys. Thank you for your time. My name is Tayana, and Natalio and Nectar are part of my team. We are here today to present Mercosur International Marketing Plan about Kopparberg cider. This presentation is about the exportation of Kopparberg cider to Brazil. Also regards to the current free trade agreement between the European Union and Mercosur, a free trade agreement negotiated in 2019. We will talk about policies, procedures, different requirements, and taxes that is necessary to import cider to Brazil. And finally, we will present the strategy for entering the Brazilian market and the marketing campaign to commercialize the product. Kopparberg is growing internationally. It's present in more than 30 countries with revenue 33.3 million pounds in 2020. However, Kopparberg is not currently on the Brazilian market. Kopparberg is a Swedish company located in the village of Kopparberg in Sweden. The company is dedicated to producing and commercializing cider, beer, rum, soft drinks, and water table. Furthermore, its main business are focused on the production and commercialization of cider and gin. Cider is a beverage from fermenting fruit juice. Brazil had more than 212 million inhabitants in 2019, women 51% and men 49%. Its population median age is 33 years old, and more than 62% of Brazilian people are younger than 29. Almost 88% of population lives close to or in metropolitan areas. The largest cities are São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, and 7 million of people live in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil is one of the world's highest market sizes. However, the latest recession in the country in 2015 affected the way the population handled their money. In 2021, Brazil's national monthly wage is from 1,230 minimum salary to 4,280 reais. Brazilian people usually spend 2.6% of their wages with alcoholic drinks and tobacco. So here is our chance. Despite the high import taxes, Brazilians are becoming more exposed to international brands, and the consumption of imported beverage is growing. Imported products are expensive in Brazil when compared to domestic brands. Most brands come from South America, USA, and Europe. So who is our target? What kind of people? Here we have two profiles. They are between 20s and 30s, living in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, high level of education and high salaries, and with an active social life. Ciders are not a popular drink in Brazil, but Brazilians have a tradition of drinking them to toast at Christmas and New Year. Consider that ciders are a cheaper option than champagne. A brand called cider runs the Brazilian market. It can be found in all big retailers and supermarkets around the country.
With the Tayana brief explanation about Brazilian market, I'm going to talk now about license and duties. Importers must register with the Foreign Trade Department, a branch of Ministry of Industry, Industrial Development and Commerce. Companies seeking to import goods into Brazil must obtain the radar license. The radar is a type of license which grants you access to the Brazilian integrated foreign trade system, or more known as CISCOMEX. Important beverages must follow the conditions and criteria required by MAPA, the agency responsible for regulation and inspection foods and beverages, which seeks to ensure customers' health and safety. Import costs include the import tax, which is a federal tax. The rate of alcohol beverages is 20%. Tax on industrialized products, it's a federal tax, and the rate range 10% in this case. The tax on the distribution of goods and services, or ICMS, it's a state tax, and the rates change from the one state to another. In the state of Rio de Janeiro, the rate is 20% by beverages. Other minor taxes that apply to imports is PIS import and CONFIS import are both federal contributions charged on the entries of foreign goods into Brazilian territory. Brazil is one of the countries that the most consume alcohol beverages in Latin America. The free trade agreement between Mercosur and the European Union aims cut tax gradually for alcohol, increases the expectation of companies to boost the import of beverages to Brazil. The agreement will allow for major tariffs cuts, and as far as Brazil, in this case, will have an impact on taxes charged on imports and will bring, consequently, the competitiveness of European Union products in Brazil. The political factor is the political instability and corruption in Brazil is a big factor that affects the market today. Although Brazil is one of the world's top investments destinations and officially a well-functioning market climate, and the government is working with the development transparency initiatives. The economy is entirely a recession in Brazil due to social health international crisis. In 2020, the Brazil people spend less and the currency lost the value. Consequently, Brazil lost investment. The tax and administrative reforms promised by the government could help the recovery of the economy. Society, in a social fact, put pressure on the government about alcohol consumptions. The country has policy and programs to give understand of the high consumption of alcohol to the people. In the case of technology factor, Brazil seeks to build an environment that is more accepting of progress, bring technological innovations to the marketplaces. New tax helps alcohol beverages companies to produce, commercialize, sell, and promote their brand around Brazil. The growth in the consumption of international brands in Brazil, which lead to the considerable increase in investments and contribute to new policies about sustainability and social responsibility about environment factors. And finally, legal factors show the Brazil is a bureaucracy country. However, the government is trying to support developers by offering manuals with details and instructions to require license. For instance, Brazil has reached a bilateral deal with most nations to stop double taxations. Brazil provides important opportunities to importers, which has now developed considerable due to many international trade deals with economic blocs and countries around the world. With this explanation, I'm gonna give Hector a chance to say a little bit more.
Hi, my name is Hector. I'm going to talk about the market entry strategy. First of all, I'm going to mention the three principal points. The first one is that we need to make Kopparberg cider available in Brazil. So we need to penetrate a new market and empower the brand. The second point is create an innovative and creative image of Kopparberg to be accepted in Brazilian markets. Here, we are going to give the product identity of security and freedom. And the third point is reach the target market. This means that we need to promote equal opportunities for both men and women when choosing the product that they are consuming. Our target, as Tayana mentioned, are men and women living in Rio de Janeiro, but in southern area. The last research said that Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro are the biggest city in Brazil. So that's why we are going to focus the product, the importation to Rio de Janeiro. When the people were asked about what they are looking for in an alcohol drink, they mentioned that they are looking for great taste, great quality, variety of options, clear label information, and innovation and different, that the product has to be innovative and different. When they are asked about the negative aspect that they are not looking for in a drink, they say that they don't want something that is dangerous for health, would contain many artificial ingredients, cause gastric discomfort, high in calories, and has a bad taste. Here, I'm going to talk about the importation process. Everything is going to start in Ireland. In Ireland, is going to be sent the product by international transport. Then it's going to be collected in Rio de Janeiro port. There, or the importer is going to collect the product and is going to do all the duties and all the documentation so they can take the product to their warehouse. After this, they are going to send by delivering their product to their stores, so the customers can collect and can buy the cider. Here, I'm going to mention the product. The product is going to be the Kopparberg Summer Fruit Light in the presentation of a can with 250 milliliters. The price, the final price that we are going to manage is 60.80 reals per can. After taxes, we are going to take in consideration here all the taxes, all the insurance, exportation costs, shipping, cost expenses, and all different costs. The price that the store in Brazil can offer is between 8% and 15% extra, leaving a maximum price of 18 reals. The place that Kopparberg is going to be available is Pão de Açúcar. This is a Brazilian supermarket. This group is one of the largest retailers in Latin America. Kopparberg will be available in Rio de Janeiro's South Zone in 19 stores. Pão de Açúcar is located on the main street in the south of Rio de Janeiro. The promotion, as it's very difficult to find cider in Brazil, this is considered a new product. So the strategy is focused in promote a new product, a fresh and different product. So the campaign focused on offering the product as a fresh drink with an excellent taste, and above all, identifying it as a new product that does not follow patterns, does not fear barriers, accept challenge and difficulties, always trusting in its excellence, quality, and personality. Here, the advertisement, we are going to divide it in 4 different points: social media, digital influencer, bus door, and agencies. Social media, everything is going to be organic, so we are going to post 3 different advertisements per week. The digital influencer now is very popular, the influencer around the world, so we are going to work together with different influencers in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, so we can promote our brand. Bus door also is very famous in Brazil. Find advertisement on the buses, on the public transport. So we are gonna use this tool. And at the end, agency, we are gonna hire an agency. So they are gonna promote the brand in different beach or different points, principal points in the city. In total, we are gonna invest 8,000 reals from January to June. Here we can see some advertisement in Facebook and Instagram in our social media. Also here it can be seen the advertisement on the buses, on the public transport, with a lot of colors, with people, with young people, men and women, so everybody can enjoy this new cider, this new product. Here, our social media, we can see the Instagram, also the Facebook, that all the time we are gonna be posting information in Portuguese, but at the same time in English, because we want to respect the culture, the Brazilian culture, but also we want to share the culture that in Ireland we have. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate your attention. If you have any question, please send us a WhatsApp or send us an email, and we are happy to answer. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you so much.